What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nashio. Welcome back to the channel. As you guys can tell, I just got out of the shower, but I wanted to make this video. It is my predictions for the Royal Rumble, which kicks off the road to WrestleMania. So we kick this thing off. As far as we know, there are 9 matches on the card right now. I am not entirely sure if we're going to be getting any more, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, considering the fact that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Considering the fact that we have 5 titles being defended on the card, I highly doubt that we'll get any more. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised if the WWE title would be announced to be defended in the Royal Rumble match, which I will talk about later on in the video. But here's the first of 5. It's actually a match that was announced earlier this week on WWE social media. It is going to be Andrade defending the United States Championship against none other than Humberto Carrillo in a match that's based on respect. It's based on the respect of the Latino heritage, the lucha libre style, the high flying style of without trying to be racist or anything. Of Mexican wrestling, if you will. And Andrade basically disrespected Rey Mysterio by taking off his mask. And this past Monday on Raw, Andrade tried to hit the hammerlock DDT onto Mysterio, onto the exposed concrete outside and in the ringside area. But then Humberto came in and saved him, and he challenged Andrade for the United States title, and that was going to happen. As I said before, as I said just a moment ago, this match is based on respect, and I think honestly, at this point, Humberto Carrillo has been in the WWE for almost a year now. So I think he should definitely win the title just because of the fact that he's had several opportunities at the Cruiserweight title, and although he did fail, I think attempting to win the Cruiserweight title was not in the cards for him, but winning the United States title could very well elevate his career to that proverbial next level. So, definitely Humberto Carrillo. Next up is the second matchup that was actually announced last week on WWE's social media over just this past weekend, actually. It is going to be Shinsuke Nakamura defending the Intercontinental title against who? None other than the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. And actually, this is Braun's first shot at the Intercontinental title, and his first singles title match since Clash of Champions. Since then, since September, October, November, December. So his first one in 4 months. But this will be his first Intercontinental title opportunity. And I think honestly, even with Sami Zayn and Cesaro in the corner of Shinsuke Nakamura, there's no way Nakamura can win. So I'm gonna go with Braun Strowman on this one. Next up, we got Shorty G versus Sheamus in a match that honestly kind of escalated when Sheamus returned to the ring just a few weeks ago when he hit Shorty G, or Chad Gable for that matter, with the bro kick. Honestly, I think this is Sheamus' way of saying that he doesn't want people like Shorty G on SmackDown, and this is gonna be a very, very interesting matchup because you have 2 different clash of styles. You have Sheamus, who is all about power. All about power. Shorty G is more mat based, submission based, and also more of a agile, more of a agility based than a high flying based superstar. So this will be interesting, but I'm gonna have to go. Honestly though, just in terms of experience, I'm going with Sheamus all the way. But in terms of spirit, you can't really bet against Shorty G. Next up, we have the SmackDown Women's title defended as Bayley will defend against Lacey Evans. And if you guys remember, last week on SmackDown, it was originally supposed to have been Lacey Evans versus Sasha Banks, but because that Sasha had injured her leg, WWE producer Adam Pearce, which I think that's who I was talking to on the phone, or at least tried to last year. I think that might have been him. Which, by the way, shout outs to Adam Pearce. Adam, if you're watching this video, if you were the one that was trying to contact, hit me up. Hit me up. Let's talk. He told Bayley, the match is gonna happen. You're gonna replace Sasha. Lacey Evans won the match, and she was given a title opportunity. Honestly, this is long overdue. I think Lacey Evans deserves it. However, she's still in the I wouldn't say early stages of her career. I would say like close to her mid stages, I would say. I think it's too early though, but I'm gonna go with Bayley on this one. I think Bayley's gonna retain. Next up, we have a match that is going to be Falls Count Anywhere. It is the big dog Roman Reigns and the 2019 King of the Ring winner Baron Corbin. I am not calling him King Corbin, although I do have the name King Corbin in my book. He is not a king to me. He's just a man. Anyway, this rivalry has been going on for months. Honestly, this rivalry needs to end, and this was the only way. In my opinion, I think this could remain will be the rubber match, the grudge match between the two. But knowing Baron Corbin, he's probably gonna have Bob. He's probably gonna have the Revival. He's gonna have Dolph Ziggler. He's gonna have Robert Roode getting involved, and I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just I think it's pretty academic at this point. But when it comes to matches like this, it's literally inside. It's in the wheelhouse of Roman Reigns. So you can't say that. So you honestly, you really can't say that King Corbin is gonna be. Did I just say King Corbin? Damn, that Baron Corbin. Sorry, that Baron Corbin is going to win this match, because the fact is, even with his so-called disciples or peasants, if you will, or subjects, I think would be the more proper term, King Corbin's probably going to lose anyway, so I'm going to go with Roman on this one. Next up, we have a match that is a full calendar year in the making. A full year. Last year's Royal Rumble, Becky Lynch came in as the #1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and she lost to Asuka. Asuka became the only woman in the entire WWE, aside from, actually technically Shayna Baszler didn't beat Becky Lynch. She beat Bayley, so in a way that doesn't count. But Asuka is the only person who beat Becky Lynch ever. And Becky Lynch has one last debt to collect, and that would be Asuka. This time, it is not for the SmackDown, but it is now for the Raw Women's title. Becky Lynch now coming in as the champion. Honestly, I don't know if Becky will be able to pull it off. But if she is able to somehow find a way to be ready for Asuka, then hands down she will go down in history as the best in the business. So, honestly, but the key factor you have to look at that's in this match is none other than Kairi Sane, Asuka's tag team partner and the other half of the women's tag team champions. You never know. I mean, honestly, I think Asuka could very may well could very may well have Kairi Sane get involved, but you never know. You never know. But I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch on this one. Next up, we have the Universal title defended as the Fiend will defend against Daniel Bryan. This is gonna be very interesting because knowing WrestleMania season, especially with what happened last year, I don't think we had any new champions last year, did we? Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. The only the only championships that had switched hands were the SmackDown Tag Team titles and the United States title. Those were the only two. Yeah, those were the only two. Shinsuke had defeated Rusev to regain the United States Championship at that time anyway, and of course Miz and Shane McMahon had defeated Sheamus and Cesaro to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles, but that title reign did not last very long. I think it only lasted like a few weeks or something. But yeah, and then at Fastlane that kind of that ended very badly though. Whoa, camera moved. There. Sorry guys, camera moved. Anyway, so obviously too we could see new champions, but with the Fiend, there's no way. I mean, do not get me wrong. I am a huge Daniel Bryan fan, and I always will. I just don't think Daniel Bryan's gonna be the one to do it. So I'm gonna go with the Fiend on this one. Next up, we have the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches. So we now know that Brock Lesnar is going to be entering the men's match at number 1. Why? Simply because he wants to establish his pathetic dominance. As for who's going to be in the men's Royal Rumble match, there's going to be guys like the New Day, both members of New Day, both members of Heavy Machinery, Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, Seth Rollins, obviously the new Raw Tag Team Champions, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman, I think Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be in it, Ricochet, Aleister Black. There are so many guys, and for the women, pretty much, I think it's going to be pretty much every single woman that is on the Raw and SmackDown rosters. But we could also see returning superstars like possibly Mickie James, or perhaps see superstars from NXT like possibly Io Shirai or Rhea Ripley, or even Candice LeRae. You know, we saw them at last year's Royal Rumble event. You know. Then again, we could also see Ronda Rousey return, and we've been hearing rumors saying that she could very may well return at the Royal Rumble this Sunday. Honestly, I think my pick to win the whole thing, in terms of the women's match, hands down, Charlotte Flair has to be the odds-on favorite because of the fact that she I think. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on a second. If I remember correctly, let's see, because I know I still have the cards from last year, from the last couple of years. Here we are. This is the men's. This was last year's men's. Here we are. So Charlotte Flair entered last year's Royal Rumble match at number 13. And I think, she eliminated 1, 2, 3, 4. She eliminated 4 women. Lacey Evans was 1. Tamina was the 2nd. Xia Li was the 3rd. And the last ended up being Carmella. So honestly, she was one of the final 2 in that match. I think the other the other was Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch ended up winning that match by replacing Lana. So I think again, Charlotte Flair may well be the odds-on favorite in terms of the men's match. Oh, that's a hard one. But I'm gonna have to say the dark horse. I think in my opinion, the dark horse of the match is definitely going to be someone like, I would say, Aleister Black. I think he's gonna be the big dark horse of the match, considering that I don't think he was ever in the Royal Rumble match. I don't think. Let me check again. I don't think so. I really don't. Yeah, he wasn't in. He was never in the men's match. Last year. Wait, was he? Let's see. Guys, I'm literally looking at last year's card. This was last year's card from last year's men's Royal Rumble match. Elias, Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle, Johnny Gargano was the first one from NXT. Pete Dunne was the other one. That's right. Aleister Black was one of the other guys. Okay, so Aleister Black did go in there, and I think he eliminated how many guys did he eliminate? There's one. He only eliminated one person, and that was Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose was eliminated. Was eliminated by Aleister Black last year, and that was the only one. Again, I think this year, Aleister Black could very well pull it off, but knowing the men's Royal Rumble match, we could when it comes to the number 1 and the number 2 spot, there are so many different so many different combinations we could see. We could see Brock Lesnar and possibly Roman Reigns, which wouldn't really make any sense. We could also see Ricochet and Brock Lesnar, or just as a thought, we could possibly see the one match that a lot of people are wanting to see, and actually there are 3. We could very well see Tyson Fury be in the men's Royal Rumble match against Brock Lesnar at number 2. We could also see Bobby Lashley as well, or the one match that I want to see, Matt Riddle and Brock Lesnar. But honestly, I can't really predict who's going to win the men's and the women's Royal Rumble matches. I can just pick who I think is going to be the odds-on favorite. And I think, as I said, for the women's match, Charlotte Flair, the men's, I'm going to have to go with... I'm gonna have to go with Seth Rollins on this one. As crazy as it sounds, I'm gonna have to go with Seth Rollins on this one. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have any fan mail that you want to send me, letters, cards you want me to sign and send back to you, or whatever, my address will be at the top of the description below. Because I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys via a letter and not. And I've always wanted to do fan mail, so. Yeah, but as I said, I will be doing fan mail at some point this year. But yes, fan mail is starting. So if you guys want to send fan mail, my address will be at the top of the description below. And be sure to check out my sponsors, the Collector Store. Awesome card shop. Never had a single problem with them. Awesome store. Excellent service. The link will be down in the description below, so check them out. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.